Shop time with Traxxas Mike. Traxxas Udr TLC. What's up, everybody? Traxxas Mike from My RC Life coming at you today. Yesterday, as you can see, and these are supposed to be joined together. The rear end started clicking. Oh, here we go. I'm holding this one still. Anyway, something's going on in the rear end as well. I just broke a tie rod. Right there. But there was a couple other things I wanted to do to this. I wanted to redo the body armor. I know the body's kind of already beat up, but when I bought this was the last vehicle that I did in this metal tape, and it works okay, but the Gorilla tape is a lot thicker, and I've done that on everything else since then. So I want to redo the body stuff on it as well. I'm going to start by taking off the body, 2.5 millimeter. Now, as you see, this is just what a regular body bolt would look like, but I actually put a little fatter washer or a little thicker washer, and then put a little bit of hot glue around them so it didn't pull through the body so easy. And that washer fit right in that divot there perfectly. A lot of these screws, they've all pulled through. Sorry, I'm not even taking them out to get the body off, but I'll still have to take them. If I get the body repaired, I'll still have to take the screws out to get them back in. Well, we got one over here that's holding the body on. These two top ones on the back of the cab are probably one of the main reasons the body's still on the truck. Alright, and these front bumpers, mine will probably just almost fall off, but you're supposed to pull it to one side, shift it to one side, pop your bumper out, shift it back to the other side, and then you can pull your body off. Whew. You've seen better days, but I do believe I can get this I can get this repaired. It ain't that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's still runnable. This is a good time to go over anything loose on your truck and stuff of that nature. Like this screw right here is almost ready to fall out. I thought I'd actually broke that, but just 2 screws come out of it. Oh, yeah, I understand why the front bumper came apart, because these two screws that go through here fell out and all that stuff. So at least I got that all figured out, because this was starting to come loose, so I seen bolts were missing from it, so I finally took it off. And yeah, good to know that that's an easy fix, just a couple new bolts. Something's going on in this rear end. The ones I made, you don't have to unthread them all the way because they're not a through pin. Drive shaft off, a couple limiter straps. Couple sway bar links. These Heim joint link bars. Take out your upper links. Okay, now we can get the truck out of the way for now. We got the rear end out. I'm going to start tearing it apart. First thing I'm going to do is get all these little button head bolts, get them cleaned out. Because it's really crappy when you strip one of these out and you have to go about getting a stripped out bolt out into plastic housings and things, and you usually end up tearing up the plastic housings if you're not careful. It comes apart like a Ford 9-inch. The front will come out. I don't know, that's just the first thing that came to mind for me. Now normally you would have your imitation brake discs on here, but I really use my UDR harder than it needs to be probably, and I broke them off so early on. It wasn't the brake rotor, right here was the brake caliper, and it hung out, and then it had a black plastic brake rotor that was on the back side of these stock plastic hexes, but I put metal ones on here. But yeah, that stuff went out the door real quick. Not that I wanted it off, it just broke off. Now I do see nice aftermarket ones, aluminum and metal ones that I thought about buying, but at the time I was like, I'd rather put 30 bucks into a new servo for the truck rather than some looking pretty imitation brake rotors and calipers. Just my personal opinion. If I had a lot more money, I probably would have done it all, but I don't. Okay. And this axle out. Ooh, this one had no grease on it, and this one's got a lot. I'm going to put them like that just so I know this was on the right side and this one was on the left side. I don't think it matters, but I just want them to go in the same spot, I guess. Okay, now it should pull right out just like a front loader type of rear end deal would. All right, I'm not seeing nothing pointing, no crazy signs of anything yet, which I was kind of thinking it was in the sun gear where it was making the clicking noise or starting to give out, but the ring and pinion could be the culprit. Ooh, yeah, look at those. Yeah, and it would only do it in a few places too. So I bet you that's all it is right there. Yeah, I guarantee. But just in case, let's pull out the sun gear, I think it's called. And for that, you got to pull 4 bolts right here. Now I'm going to keep these bolts. I'm not going to put these bolts in the parts pan because I want to make sure I get the right length ones back in it. I hate when I will put like a longer one in it and the screw will be like sticking away out here or something. You're like, oh man, well, where did the screw go that was supposed to go in here? And you're tearing the whole truck back apart. Yeah. Sometimes I try to put certain parts of my tear down in different areas. And actually, it's exactly what I'm going to do right now. That's going to be for them side rear end bolts and any internal parts for the rear end tear down. Okay, so pull this half of the case. Bearings are looking good. Haha, you didn't curse this one, Spike. Kind of a little joke I got with a subscriber. Let's see. Oh, I didn't want that just to fall out like that. Things looking good. I gotta make sure. Last time I didn't know what was going on with these sleeves and stuff, and I think I lost something last time. I'll have to go check on one of my old videos. Ooh, but I do see right here, it looks like something has been hitting there. This part I don't think is supposed to come off. The sleeve, it's supposed to stay on there, but you can see where it's been sheared right there. That's not flat, it's sheared with a burr. And if you look really closely, if it's cleaned up, and the other video when I noticed it when I was putting this rear end back together a long time ago, you can see and hear that it was sheared off too. But all I've done is just put this back on and put it together. But I'm wondering, something's been hitting right there. Oh, you know what? I wonder if some of these bolts loosened up, because that's the only thing it looks like can hit. Because that piece that sheared off, it can't move. Oh my gosh, yes, look at that. They're all loose, I bet. Yeah, holy cow, I got 3 turns out of that one. That's what it was hitting on. And probably why that happened. They probably were hitting pretty hard, and I got it under a really heavy load. I'm thinking the instance in a couple videos ago when I go and do a donut, and then the rear end hooks, and it just pops a wheelie, and it keeps doing a donut while it's in mid-wheelie. Something like that much torque and pressure. These screws hitting that plastic under that much torque and pressure could have deflected this ring gear enough for it to flex out and push the pinion away from the, or push the ring and pinion gear so they had more gap between each other while I was under load. And that's probably what happened right there to them teeth. Click, click, click. You know, 1, 2, 3, about 4 teeth damaged. Now, it was still running and driving on this gear. But I did hear it click a couple times under heavy acceleration. So I knew something was going on. And yeah, I can see there's barely enough clearance in there. If them screws were backed out just a little bit, they would hit and do this, start wearing against this plastic like it did. I hope that shows up pretty good on the camera. Well, I can see it pretty good right now, so it should. All right, so, well, guys, I don't even really think I need to pull the sun gear out of it, because I obviously, if that sun gear was bad or anything in it was bad, it would click every time I gave it heavy throttle. Every single time. I believe it would click like crazy. So I don't think there's no reason to pull that out whatsoever. I can just go ahead and order parts for this and then continue to build. Now here is the sun gear itself. What I call the sun gear or whatever. Ooh, look at that nice not going out bearing spike. Ooh, look at it. It's covered with dirt now, but yeah, see, everything sounds totally fine in there. I'm not even tearing it apart. These are pretty tough units in a real truck, so I'm going to say it's pretty tough in this truck. All right, guys, it looks like it's time to order parts. So until next time, I'm Traxxas Mike for my RC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.